Index out of range is one of the most common errors in programming. In this video, I'll show you a new feature in C# that makes indexing more convenient. Then we'll see a new way to slice arrays and substring. So if you're new and want to find your way back, please subscribe to my channel and enable the notification bell. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We are in Visual Studio 2022. And this is just a simple console application which you can download from my Telegram channel. So here we have created an array of numbers from 0 to 9, and then we print out the numbers using this method. After that, we wanted to print the last number in the array. Usually we make this mistake to put the length of the array inside the index. So this is not anything new. We could always index from the start of the arrays. But now there is a new feature that they had added after C#8, so you can index from the end of the arrays. To do that, all you have to do is to add a @ before the number. And now you can say, I want the first item from the end of the array, I want the second item from the end of the array, and so on. So using this syntax, we avoid the index out of range easily by just saying I want the last number using the new syntax. So this was indexing. Now what if we want to get a range of numbers from our array? Let's just say we want to print out a series of numbers, and here we say numbers, we open and close brackets, and here we can say start from index 3 ... which means include everything until index 8. You can remove any of these numbers, for example 3, to say I want everything from the start of the array to index 8, or let's say we remove 8 to say I want everything from index 3 to the end of the array. We can also use @ to say I want everything from index 3 to, for example, the second item from the end of the array. And you can also change this one to say I want everything to be included from fifth item from the end of the array to second item from the end of the array. And this is called range. We can also pass index and range to the other types. So here I have a collection class which initializes a collection of numbers here. Then it has a getAtIndex method to return an item from an index, and 3 variations of slicing or array. For example, I have used array segment to slice array. Then we have link statements, which we use skip and take. And finally, we use slicing from spans. Now, let's say here, I want to pass an index from the end of the array. All you have to do is that instead of passing an integer, let's remove this, you have to pass system.index. So if we remove the system, it gets a little bit prettier. And then for range, let's copy one of these and say I want to get range, and instead of start and length, let's say system.range, and instead of all of these, we just say range. We can also remove this system. Now this is much more compact than all of these and less error prone. So finally, let's get back here and test all of these. So here we have a collection. Let's get an item from it using getAtIndex. For example, we can say item 5 or the fifth item from the end. And here we have getRange using link, getRange using span, getRange using array segment. Let's copy one of these and say getRange. Here we can say from start to the end of the array, this is a range, and print everything. You can also use both of these syntax on strings. So let's say I have here a message which is hello world, and then console.writeLine for, let's say, getting message from index 5 to the end of the string. Or maybe let's remove the last one. Now let's run the application and see the results. As you can see here, we have the list of our numbers and then the last item here, which is 9. After that, the items from the 5th item from the end of the array to the 2nd item from the end of the array, which is 5, 6, 7. And after that we have ranges, these 3, which are these 3, and then this final get range that we made, which is this one from 1 to 9, and finally this message that you can see here. So if you learned anything from this video, please drop a like, and if you want to find your way back, subscribe to the channel and enable the notification bell so you will be notified whenever a new video arrives. Until next time, adios amigos.